afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. Slightly different video today. As you can probably hear, we're at a racetrack. Late last year, a guy called Prash Thurairatnam won a McLaren through BOTB. Prash is down here today to complete his racing driver's license. I thought I'd come down and do it with him, and then we'll both be qualified racing drivers. Mad, right? Let's go and see what we're going to be up to today, shall we?
You'll be filling out a question paper, which looks a lot like this. The first section is all about flags. This is 14 questions. You must get it 100% correct, and it's about the warnings that you might expect on a circuit. Section 2 and 3, they're about essential safety. So again, those 3 questions in each section, you need to get 100% correct. The last section, there's 8 questions, and it's not such essential information. You'll have 20 minutes to complete the paper. You'll then start going down to the cars for the on-track assessment. While you're doing that, I'll mark these and I'll go through them with you when you come back up to me. The driving assessment, again 20 minutes, so probably about 10 laps in total. In one of our Peugeots, just a standard road car. So if you're happy, away you go.
My name is Rennie Burnside. I'm one of the instructors here, and I'm an ARDS Grade A instructor, which means I'm able to take people for their ARDS tests if they want to go and get a race license. The car we've got here is a Peugeot 308 GTI. It's a relatively new one to our fleet. It's about 200 odd horsepower out of a 1600 engine. So go quite well. The brakes are quite strong on them, so they're a good car to teach in. They handle nicely. And they're fairly forgiving, so people can get away with making a few mistakes and we're still going where we should be going. Got a hat?
I have got a hat.
Got good?
I've got my lid.
Go down and get in the car then.
Okay. So here we are, about to go out in the car for the first time to do my practical side of the test. I think I did quite well in the theory. We'll find out later, fingers crossed.
So you passed.
Thank you.
You got much better when you stopped trying.
Yeah.
When we turned it off sport and you started to relax a little bit, instead of trying to go flat out, you started to improve. And that's what we want to see. We want to see it nice and consistent and smooth. And you managed to achieve that, so well done.
Brilliant, thank you very much. I did it! I passed. Which, there was a few moments of going around that track which I wasn't quite sure if I had or not, but yeah, that was fantastic. I just want to go back out there and do it again now. No pressure, Prash, no pressure. I did well.
And what we're looking for is to drive at a reasonable pace, to use the lines as best as you can,
Right.
deal with traffic in the appropriate way, don't be bullied by traffic, be positive,
Okay.
and also take notice of any signals that we're given through the light systems, etc., and take the appropriate action for those.
Fine. A little bit nervous, but excited at the same time. Sounds weird, but looking forward to it.
How do you think you got on?
I don't think I did tremendously well, but I think practice makes perfect, so
Absolutely.
it requires a lot more practice, especially
Yeah.
when you're bombarded by other supercars coming right up my arse.
There's no substitute for time in that seat. Driving out on the road is one thing, driving on track is a completely different thing.
I think I've just learnt that today.
So I'm sorry, you
No,
failed.
no, that's fine, thank you.
But we'll give you some. We'll go upstairs. We'll fill out a bit of paperwork, and we'll give you some advice on what we think you ought to do to be able to get you to the standard
Okay,
where you can pass the test.
fine.
How do you do?
Not good, mate.
You can have a BOTB hug, Prash. So there we go then, day done down here at Brands Hatch, where Prash and I were doing our racing driver's licence, which obviously for yourself didn't go quite according to plan, but
Unfortunately not.
you learned something today, I'm sure.
I've learned a lot. It was my first time on a track day. It's totally different to being on the normal road or on the M25 or whatever. Having to compete with other cars and having some major supercars or even normal cars right up your backside trying to overtake you, and it's a totally different concept of driving. Unfortunately, I didn't pass on this occasion, but I'll certainly be back.
Well, it's been great having you here today.
Thanks, Christian.
It's been,
Thank you very
it's
much
been
for having me.
Awesome day, and we'll be back with another video soon, and maybe I'll be surprising you on Tuesday. Who knows?